Friends, Namaskar and good evening. Welcome to this weekly briefing. I'll start with an update on the Vande Bharat mission. As on 19th August 2020, 11.23 lakh Indians stranded abroad have been repatriated by different modes under this mission. In the ongoing phase 5 of Vande Bharat mission, around 500 international flights and 130 domestic feeders have been operated so far from 22 different countries, and they reach 23 airports across India. Around 375 more international flights are scheduled to be operated by the end of this month. Based on a continuous assessment of demand received from our missions, flights have been added for repatriation from Kuwait, Maldives, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Australia, UK and Canada. In addition, a number of flights from other GCC countries have been further augmented. Coming on to the bilateral air bubbles, you would be aware that arrangements with the US, Canada, UK, France, Germany, UAE, Qatar and Maldives are functioning well. You would have also seen the announcement by our Minister of Civil Aviation earlier this week that negotiations on air travel arrangements with 18 more countries are presently underway. These countries are Australia, Italy, Japan, New Zealand, Nigeria, Bahrain, Israel, Kenya, Philippines, Russia, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Bhutan, Nepal and Sri Lanka. So these arrangements, they will benefit stranded Indians. On this issue, we are in touch with Pakistan through diplomatic channels. We believe for a free and fair trial in keeping with the letter and spirit of the ICJ judgment, we have asked that Sri Jadhav be represented through an Indian lawyer. However, it is important that Pakistan needs to address the core issues, and as I have said earlier, these core issues involve providing all the necessary documents in this case, as well as providing unimpeded consular access to Sri Jadhav. I have something to share in terms of today's WMCC meeting. The 18th meeting of the WMCC, which was held earlier today, was led by Joint Secretary East Asia from our side, while the Director General of the Boundary and Oceanic Department of the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs led the Chinese delegation. In the meeting, the two sides had a candid and in-depth exchange of views on the existing situation in the India-China border areas. They reaffirmed that in accordance with the agreements reached between the two foreign ministers and the two special representatives, the two sides will continue to sincerely work towards complete disengagement of the troops along the LAC in the western sector. In this context, they agreed to resolve the outstanding issues in an expeditious manner and in accordance with existing agreements and protocols. The two sides were in agreement that restoration of peace and tranquility in the border areas would be essential for the overall development of bilateral relations. The two sides further acknowledged the need to maintain close communication through both the diplomatic and military channels so as to ensure complete disengagement. In this regard, they also agreed to continue their ongoing engagements, including through the meetings of the WMCC.